Hello and welcome to American Beer TV, where it's a show
about
American beer.
Exactly.
And what a better American beer to have on the show than an IPA, a double IPA.
No, this is a triple.
Oh, it's a triple
Holy
IPA,
shit.
even better.
We got Simtra, and it's a triple IPA made with Simcoe and Citra hops.
Probably the most wanted, desired hops on the market.
Exactly. Citra right now is where Simcoe was a little while ago. Did you see that bubble that just popped? That was
We've
cute.
got carbonation, ladies
Dude,
and gentlemen.
this thing is a monster. This is 10.1% ABV and 131 IBUs. This one is just a monster.
It's hoppy, to say the least.
Specifically, not just hoppy, but Simcoe and Citra. That's like the dynamic duo right there.
And those hops, if you
I can smell it from right here.
Yeah, I can smell it too. If you look at Pro Brewer or
It's
the
a little flat.
Well, I tilted my glass.
Oh.
I could give it.
Yeah, do a little more aggressive pour to get those. That's why we're doing it in glasses like this in the first place. So I can already smell it. I can already smell grapefruit. I can already smell citrus.
Oh yeah.
Oh, jeez. If you like hops, just get this and smell it. Dude.
It should be like.
Yeah, fucking hop to shave.
Yeah. Hop to shave.
Tons of grapefruit. Not a ton of dankness. A little bit of that cat pissiness.
It's like tropical fruit. Mango. The sweetness comes through. Not a huge. The sweetness maybe from the malt, but like not.
There's some
really,
maltiness to it.
Not a huge. You don't get that complex malt characteristic off the.
No,
nose.
it's real nice
and beautiful golden, little bit of haze.
Tiny bit of haze, but mostly really clear.
Actually, I think that's from being cold.
Yeah,
because it's pretty bright.
And
that bottle's been. Yeah, the bottle.
We've kept the bottle cold all the way. We even. I got to give props right now to the guys up at Liquor Mart in Whittier, Jeremy and Mario and up there. They knew from get-go to keep this beer cold because the hops in there were kind of volatile. Is the way they kept it cold all the way. They did everything they could to just keep it as cold as possible. So we did the same. So props up to Liquor Mart. If you're in the Whittier area, Liquor Mart is a great place to get some great beers.
Slight bit of earthiness that comes through.
Yeah.
But man,
little tiny bit of that cat pissy.
A little bit.
Yeah, maybe a little bit from the Simcoe.
But man, I just get tons of like mango guava.
Yeah. Super fruity. Oh, very nice.
Can we drink it?
Yeah, let's drink it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh. Piney.
Man, the malt. I think this beer really needs to have the 10% alcohol.
Yeah. Oh, it does.
Those crazy hops.
That amount of hops in anything less than that would be...
Because you really do taste the malt, even though, I mean, they're pretty light base malts, but they really help those hops along.
They do. They do.
Really do.
There's a bit of sweetness there, but those hops are so prevalent. It's kind of got a piney, resiny character to it.
And not too much of a harsh bitterness aftertaste.
It's not really harsh, no.
You can taste the hops; they linger around, but it's not that sharp bitterness.
It's not that dankness where it's all super
like a Cascade hop or whatever.
Yeah, no. These hops are really high on the flavor profile, but not super ultra bitter.
This is really good.
This is really, really good.
This is one of the top IPAs in my book, I think, that I've ever had.
It's got, see that Citra, I can detect this because it is definitely the Citra that is the overwhelming thing kind of in the Wookiee Jack, because I'm getting that, there's a mouthfeel that just stays right in the center of your palate, where a lot of hops go to the back or they go over here.
Yeah,
this Citra hop specifically stays right, has this nice bitterness that stays, dank bitterness that stays right in the center of your palate.
A lot of those hops with like really high alpha acid, they just like combat your palate, like just take over your whole mouth with the bittering effect.
And
still have a pretty high alpha acid level, but they don't combat like that.
Citra, yeah, because I know,
like, palate wrecker is what, like 160 IBUs.
I think it's 134.
It's so similar. So this one's 131. So they're similar IBU level. Palate wrecker just has this like, I love that beer, but it just washes in and just has this bitter, bitter like aftertaste. Where this beer doesn't have this like overpowering bitter aftertaste.
It's right here, but right in the center of your upper palate. That's where that Citra hits, because the Wookiee Jack has a very similar hop profile, and their main hop is Citra as well. The Citra is becoming really prevalent. It has a lot more malt and rye.
But yeah, but it has more of a bitterness punch though. It has that bitterness. It has the aromatics. It has that. It from start to finish hop through and through, but it doesn't.
It doesn't hit here.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It's not right
wreck
here.
your palate. Like it doesn't get that bitterness effect where it just feels like it coats your mouth with bitterness.
And sometimes once you start drinking one of those,
this would be
IPAs,
awesome with food. This would go really well with fish. This would. That's what. That's the thing. Like when a beer is really well balanced. My thought, like I'm into cooking and all that. So I really start to think about, okay, what's going to go with this? You know, peaches and grilled fish and different kinds of meat. If you would put
these would go great with cheese too.
There's tons of things. If you did pork chops, to do like a really sweet,
like an apple stuffed pork
to do
chop.
all kinds of different stuff. Different kinds of cheese. You could do really creamy cheeses.
Like a
would
brie
go
almost.
really well with this. That fattiness, avocado would go really well with this. So you just start to think of those things. When a beer is too overpowering, either malty or hoppy bitterness, you kind of lack it. When a beer is really well balanced, it really lends itself. Same thing with wine. It really starts to lend itself to all these different flavor components that will go together with that beverage. And that's exactly what happens.
Those Citra hops have such
so good.
They are really good, and you know what I tell you, to be honest, I have not heard very much of Citra before this year. This is kind of like the year of Citra hops. I've seen so many beers that come out and they talk about Citra. Citra.
Yeah, but it's a newer strain of hop.
It is. That's why I'm saying it. Okay, where 3 years ago Simcoe for 3 or 4 years,
but Citra's the newer one.
But Citra is the new granddaddy baby hop,
and that's like a trademarked hop that you.
Yeah, and it kind of works like prescription medications. Someone will come up with a formula and they'll trademark it, and they can only produce. They are the only ones that can produce that formula for X amount of time until that wears off, and then it's open to everybody. So, Simcoe has not hit that level yet. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But I think that's what makes it. It's a new flavor, and this really is a dramatic new flavor. Every beer that I've had using Citra hops has had a similar flavor profile, and it's a unique flavor profile. Also, what we're seeing coming up is that, and I don't know if Citra's a domestic hop, but what I have noticed is that in the off season, people are going down to New Zealand and Australia. That's where Galaxy hops are coming from.
Galaxy, Pacifica, and Nelson's are all.
Nelson's, right? And so
Savant.
so they're all really getting into. We're starting to see a lot of different hop varieties.
Good stuff
up, and
it's like to see.
It's really changed in the face of IPAs and double IPAs and even triple IPAs now. Who's going to do a quad? Who's going to have a 15%? 150 IBU.
I don't know. I just got a keg from Iron Fist out of Vista, and it's a triple IPA, and it's 12% alcohol.
Dude,
I haven't tasted it yet.
The rush is for the quad PA, man. 15%, 150 IBUs. That's what I'm predicting. You heard it here first.
Yeah, I don't have it. That goes into like the realms of barley wine, though. But
we're technically in the realm of barley wine.
Yeah, but if you keep it this color, though.
I mean, it's a beautiful color.
Yeah, I guess technically speaking.
Once you hit about 10, you can call it a barley wine. But normally barley wines don't have this flavor profile. 131 IBUs, man.
What does it say? triple fresh.
Yeah, drink it triple fresh. I have to hand it to Knee Deep. They really knocked it out of the park. I've had a couple of their other beers, and they're a little
Not
hit or
meant
miss.
for aging, yeah.
Dude,
It was awesome.
Citra,
Cool.
very nice. Knee
Cheers.
Deep, cheers.
Get out there and drink some craft beer.
Woohoo!